Hi guys, welcome to Kabo TV, episode number 15, talking about don't be fooled in business. In episode number 14, we're talking about care in business. Customers are really everything, and it's true. If you don't have customers, you really don't have a business. But there's one thing in business that you don't want to be, is get fooled by customers. Because sometimes dealing with customers or certain customers that don't pay bills or take you for a ride can get you into real trouble in business. I'm going to be talking about that in this episode of Kabo TV. So sit tight and I'll be back to tell you all about it. Welcome back to Kabo TV, episode number 15, talking about don't be fooled in business. I went out for tea last night with a friend of mine who's a fellow business owner, and we were talking about that very subject, talking about customers not paying their bills when we do work for them. Quite common. I know when I first started business I was a bit green. I trusted every client I did work for and I got burnt. I spoke to him about it. He said himself that he's been burnt in business as well. We spoke about someone that we knew together that has been burnt recently for a very high figure of money. Massive money, to be honest. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. So from a client that hasn't paid his bills. So it made me come to think it'd be a good video to talk about, obviously give you guys a little bit of valued advice on what I believe is not to be fooled in business. We always get that opportunity sometimes where we think it's a golden egg, that we think something comes along inside our business that we're going to make great money. It normally happens sometimes when we think an opportunity is there for ongoing business that we think will go in at a lower price, and it's there's been an opportunity that we're going to get more work out of it, so we think we're going to, we're going to make a good profit margin, and this is going to be great, and it's going to be a great deal here, and it looks too good to be true. Well, sometimes it is, and sometimes we can get ourselves into big trouble. So, I know I've been caught early on in business for this, and I've been lucky because I deal only in low figures. Like jobs for me, $1,000 or $3,000 is a big ticket number in my business, but some businesses can deal in $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000, ticket items. There could be $60,000, $70,000 worth of parts or products inside that, for the client. Now, if they don't pay that bill, they've lost that out of their own pocket before they even pay their labour. Being fooled in business, can really hurt you. So there's some things you can do not to get yourself into trouble. There's one thing to do is stand back. Sometimes if it's too good to be true, it is, Sometimes you can walk away from a client. It's nothing to be ashamed about. If you don't think it's a good enough deal, or you think it just smells a bit fishy, walk away and get a new one. Now, there's also some things you can do is get a contract written up and make sure that they sign that contract, or have a payment plan. Ask them to pay for part of the stock of the services before you start. Now, if they're not willing to do that, well, that just gives me warning bells before I even start with them. So, that's one thing, or a couple of things you can do before you even start with a client that you think maybe is going to give you or treat you like a fool in business. So these are paramount in business, because you can't make mistakes like this. In small little, one-off little transactions, you'll get away with it. But for companies that deal with big-end, high-end ticket items, you can get yourself into some massive, massive trouble. So being fooled in business, make sure the ball's inside your court all the time. So making sure that you're in control of your business, because yes, the client, you've got to make sure you look after the client, but you can't make sure the client's going to make sure that they're not going to pay you and finish off the transaction with your business, because ultimately you're going to be left holding the egg in the hand, and it's just going to be all smashed up. You need the cash at the end to pay your bills and to run your business, to pay your staff, and ultimately pay you and feed your family. So don't be fooled in business. I hope this has helped out. Think about it. So next time you get that opportunity where you think it's going to be the golden egg, have a real good think about it, because sometimes it mightn't be. It might be the biggest mistake you've made inside your business. I hope it's helped out. We'll see you guys on episode number 16 of Kabo TV. See you later, guys.